Hello, Internet user. Welcome to my channel, and thank you very, very much for clicking on one of my videos. I really hope you enjoy it. But as much as I would love to say that it's top tier quality, A1, just perfect video, it was me and my mother's first stream, first time attempting this podcast, so it's a little rough and the quality is not the best. So please bear with me. We are working on getting better internet, stronger internet. That's really the main issue. But until then, you work with what you got. So feel free to put this on in the background. The audio works fine. And we're mostly just kind of chit-chatting, having some conversation. So I think it'd be great to play in the background of something. But if you're not bothered by a bit of a laggy video, then please enjoy this stream. We will put out more content soon, and fingers crossed it'll have great quality, wonderful, wonderful quality. That's what we are working on now. But in the meantime, enjoy this video and the fact that it's not perfect, as many things in this life aren't. Enjoy the video. Alright, let me just refresh this, make sure. Okay. I'm actually live. You can say stuff.
Well, hello, everybody. My name is Mom, and this is my daughter, Rebecca. What would you like to be called?
That's fine.
Becca?
Yeah, on the talk show, yeah.
Okay, I'd like to be called Mom. So today, Rebecca is starting her new podcast. And we're all super excited to be here with you guys.
Yep, we're good. All right, yep.
All right.
So we are just doing...
Thank you for supporting us. Follow us, please.
Yeah. Yep, we're just going to be answering like little questions. I've got like a little list of get to know us questions since it's the first stream. We're not going to tackle any too heavy topics. Yeah. Alright, so it's gonna start pretty simple. I didn't find that many interesting questions until later on, but we can start with simple. Favorite color?
Oh, I'm answering the question.
We both are.
Oh, okay. My favorite color is pink.
Pink? Okay, mine's purple. Alright, I guess that's fair. Alright, if you could have only one meal, what would it be? Like for the rest of your life?
One meal for the rest of my life.
Mine would be like Indian food to start, like paneer, what's it called? Paneer tikka masala.
Or vegetable samosas.
Yeah, with that, yeah. I could probably just do that meal forever, I think.
Okay, okay. Definitely nothing chicken for me because I'm so tired of chicken. It would have to be something veggie based because I can never get tired of my favorite vegetables. So, yep, I know that's awkward. That's weird. Most people hate vegetables, but not me.
I like vegetables. Vegetables are fine if they're cooked right.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yep. So I'd have to say vegetable fried rice.
Really? Forever? You think you wouldn't get tired of just vegetable fried rice?
I would not get tired of vegetable fried rice as long as I have some oranges on the side.
I guess that's a meal. It says what meal.
Okay. Now I might develop a protein deficiency. Yeah. but until then, I'd be happy.
Yeah, I'd still stick with it because I feel like with the Indian food, you get everything. You got rice, you got the orange, you got the samosa.
Okay.
All right. Do you judge a book by its cover? I like that one.
I never judge a book by its cover.
I think to a certain extent you have to, though.
I probably should more. Maybe that's been my problem. So I could see that some good in a little bit of judging a book by its cover, but not overdoing it.
Exactly. I'm not gonna like completely not interact with someone because of how they look. But I mean, some people, yeah. Some people I would stay away from just because of how they look. Cause some people just look a little sketchy. But I don't know.
I can see that.
Yeah, I think it's a look passable, but you really don't have anything else to judge people off of when you first meet them besides their appearance, I guess.
Can you guys hear us and see us okay? Type something in the chat so we know.
Yeah, do that. Yep. All right. Your worst cop experience and explain. Just any run-in you've ever had that was
my worst cop experience.
Worst or most interesting. It doesn't have to be bad.
Okay. I've not had any horrible cop experiences. The one that bothered me the most was many years ago, before you were born. I was pulled over. I used to drive an old, I think it was like 1982 Saab. And I was probably the worst looking car on the street easily. Driving down the street, and I got pulled over. I had on a baseball cap, and I asked the officer what was, why am I being pulled over? I wasn't doing anything wrong. I wasn't speeding. And so he asked for my license. I don't recall him ever giving me a good reason why, but after running it and making sure that everything was clean, he just let me go without even so much as a warning or anything. So
that's weird.
I got the feeling that it was just I was being pulled over for driving while black.
Yeah, that's that makes sense. I really haven't had. I'd say the worst one was the thing with Bear. He was weird because okay, I guess I'll tell the story because they wouldn't know. It's not a bad story because we weren't doing anything.
All right.
But I was out with someone where we live. There's like this parking garage where cars can like sit and park, and it's just a nice view. And I went up there to talk to someone that happened to also be a male, and and we got pulled over, or not pulled over, but one of the police people in our area came, and I understand he was doing his job by like coming up to the car, blah blah blah, but it was the way he came up. He like came up to us, and we were still just like sitting there. He like shined his flashlight really bright in the car for like a couple minutes and just like didn't say anything, just shined his flashlight really bright. So then I like was looking and rolled down the window, and I was like, he like finally tapped on the window, so I rolled it down. And then he's doing the whole license, ID, blah, blah, blah. It's past the curfew. It was past 12 and blah, blah, blah. And then he was like, were y'all before or after? And I was like, neither. We were talking. But that's just a weird question. And like the way he asked it was weird. He was like, were y'all before or after? Like, it was just weird when he did that. Everything else was fine. It was like normal, but that was weird to me. I'm like, why are you asking that? Even if it was neither, but I'm like, ugh, that was weird.
Yeah.
But, all right. Let me see. What was your biggest adrenaline rush? So something you did that like had you really excited.
What have I been really excited about lately? Gosh, not a whole lot. Oh, I think when adrenaline rush.
Yeah, that's kind of.
I was excited to at the beginning of the pandemic. I was really excited. Of course, none of us have ever experienced a pandemic before. So when I heard on the radio that everything was being shut down, I was just kind of really interested in seeing what that what does that look like? How do we function? Is the military gonna take over the streets? So I was kind of excited to see what that all entailed.
It was a little, I don't know, I thought it would be more than what it was. Like, in my head, because it was such a big hype, everything was closed and blah, blah, blah. We were thinking like all these different variants were going to come out and it's going to evolve and we'd be closed down for years and blah, blah, blah. I was waiting on it to get interesting. I think it was a little anticlimactic for all the hype in the beginning.
Well, considering all of the media that was happening at that time, it was every day was just it seemed like something major. So for sure, now that everything has kind of settled down and smoothed out, it just feels like, okay, you know, it wasn't as
it wasn't a huge deal.
As big as it seemed like it would be.
But I will say, just like the whole school aspect of it, the fact that school was shut down and moved to online, it was just such a like, oh, this is a big thing.
I remember feeling so grateful that my kids were done with school. I made it by the...
I was glad I was done with school too. I don't know that I could have went back to high school on Zoom. I wouldn't have liked that at all. All right. A weird smell you enjoy. Oh, did I answer the adrenaline rush? I guess I didn't. I really don't know. I guess COVID was really the most exciting thing that's happened in a very long time.
Now, you're young. You've had to have had some exciting experiences. All the parties and
But that's like normal stuff. That's not like adrenaline rush, like, ooh, this is exciting. It's just like having fun. But I can't say I've done anything that's been like abnormally exciting.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I guess I should be happy about that.
I guess... this is kind of a funny story, and I guess it's the most like kind of worried I've been in a while. I was at work like a couple days ago, and we have the car toppers on, so people know that we're driving for Jimmy John's when we drive past them on the road. So I was driving down a busy road that's in front of the place, and there was a big semi. And there was a big semi and then like a little, in the lane that I was supposed to be in because I needed to turn into where I work. I work as a delivery driver. And so I had to turn in there, but there was a semi going really slow. And I'm like, okay, I've still got time to go around it. So I try to go around it and there's a car like next to it at the front of it, but it's like matching the speed. So I'm trying to get up on it, like, hey, I need to get around. I tried doing my turn signal, like, I'm trying to get in this lane. Can you speed up like 2 miles so I can just get around? And they just wouldn't speed up. They were like going the same amount of distance, and I'm like,
so did you slow down?
Well, this is where the adrenaline kicks in. I was a little frustrated at the fact that they wouldn't just let me around, and it was really bothering me on this day in particular, and I forgot I was at work, so I did flick them off. I like tapped my horn to get their attention, like flicked them off real hard, and then ran around the truck because they still didn't speed up.
It was a pickup truck?
No, it was like a car. It was a regular car, but the thing like next to me was like a big semi, because there's been like random semis just down streets for some reason. But I think it's because one of our streets is closed.
And you honked your horn to make sure they saw it.
Because that, in my opinion, was like a very big a-hole thing to do. To like not speed up when I'm just trying to get around.
Well, maybe they weren't paying attention.
That's why I honked my horn. I assumed there was just a teen on their phone that wasn't paying attention, so that's why I honked to get their attention, and then flicked them off, and then went around. And then later I thought about it, and I was like, I hope they don't call in and say something, because I could get written up for that. But they didn't, so I was like, all right. But I was a little nervous about every like phone call for a couple minutes afterwards. Because I have had people like call, like, not on just me, but for multiple people, they'll call and be like, they're driving too fast. Like, I've had someone call the store because I went around them. Like, stuff like that. People are petty like that, so I thought maybe they were going to call and be like, she flipped me off or something.
Oh, don't say who you work for. You work for a sandwich
That's
company.
a chain. I don't think
I
anyone will
know,
find the
but
exact one.
still.
I doubt that person is watching this stream and is gonna like change their mind and call. I think we're good. All right, now a weird smell you enjoy.
A weird smell that I enjoy. I'm gonna have to go with what? I do like the smell of vinegar.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I like the smell of vinegar.
That was a little strong for me.
Mm-hmm. Okay, how about you?
I would say gas, like putting gas in your car and
Oh,
gasoline.
okay.
I've always kind of liked that smell.
Mhm.
I only smell it sometimes. It's weird. I don't smell it like
All the
every time
time,
I get
yeah.
gas, but I only smell it sometimes. So
Mhm.
yeah.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. What worn out trend would you like to see the return of?
Bell bottoms.
I've seen people with bell. These are kind of bell bottoms that I have on. I mean, I've seen like
straight legs kind of give you that bell bottom-y effect, but real bell bottoms
like,
hug at the top and flare almost like a skirt at the bottom. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. I don't hate bell bottoms. I think I had a pair of them, but they weren't like. I think if I would have bell bottoms, it'd have to be the full thing. The ones I had were like small puffs, so it was weird.
Oh. Okay.
But yeah. What would I say? I don't think you'd get this one. This one is like an old trend, but still a little new for your time. I think you have to be in high school around my time for this one. But there was a trend. It's not gonna make any sense to you, like at all. But there is a trend called the woe, where people just do this. It's the woe, and I don't know. It's an easy thing to do that people would do a lot. It's hard to describe when people do it. It's just a thing.
Okay, so I'm gonna say something and then you do the whoa so you can okay. So you can show me how the whoa is done. Okay?
It's not like that. It's like it's kind of I've seen it used a lot, and I think my favorite way that I've seen it used is people will say something like maybe kind of dark, kind of like sad, not happy, and then just whoa after to like be like
shake it off.
Yeah, I guess. Okay. And it's just like a random thing if like you're having a conversation. It's not a thing that people do anymore.
And they do like this
thing.
Okay.
No. Okay. It's like I don't know. There was a lot of different ways to do it. People were like have like a lot. I don't know.
Like that.
No. I mean, I guess.
You do it.
I already did.
Oh, okay. Never mind. We're woed out.
It was when it first was a thing. I hated it. I was like, "Why is it? I hate this woe thing." But then so many people kept doing it.
Yeah.
I started doing it, and like Paul did it a lot. So I was around. So we did it a lot.
We're gonna have to let Paul be a guest speaker for us one day. Paul is very impressive. I'm so impressed by Paul.
Paul is one of my high school friends. Just so that.
Paul, if you're out there, I'm so impressed by you. Your mother should be proud.
Okay. All right. Okay, what's the best joke or prank you've pulled or that has been pulled on you?
Prank?
Or like scaring somebody, popping out, giving someone...
Okay. This is not exactly a prank, but it was a situation that got me. Okay, and it just happened recently, and when I start talking about it, you're going to remember.
Okay.
But for many of you may not know, but many of you may know that this is weave. Okay, so these are fake dreads. And I just put this in myself a couple of days ago. Okay. So, I had my hair braided in sections, and then I had an afro puff kind of bundled up at the top of my head with the rest of these hanging around the sides as I was doing my hair. So I was talking to my daughter, and I put the phone up to my ear and held it with my shoulder like this so that my hands would be free and I could do something else. And then out of the blue, I heard my boss talking to me on the telephone. So I'm thinking he's on speaker, and I'm like, how in the heck am I hearing him? So I take the phone and I look at it. And when I looked, he was on FaceTime, and my hair was still half done, half weaved, half natural at the top, Afro puff. And so he fell out laughing. And I was like, whoa. Okay, so he laughed. I said, how did you get on the phone? And he said, you FaceTime me. And so it must have been with me holding the phone to my ear. Something hit something, and that happened. But I knew it had to be funny because when I called my daughter back, she also fell out laughing instantly. So, yeah.
I do, yeah. All right, mine, okay. I don't know that this is the best, but this is just the first thing that comes to mind when I think of someone pulling something on me. I guess I have another one of me pulling stuff on someone, but anyway, me and Kai, one of Kai's friends, like, I don't know if she won it or like had like a special discount because of something, but she had like 6 free tickets to Six Flags.
Oh.
Yeah, so she invited Kai, she invited me because I knew the girl's like sister, and then like a couple other people that just we didn't know were just some friends of hers. So we all went to Six Flags. It was the one in Chicago, and there was a guy there who was like one of the friends. It might have been the girl's like cousin or something. I don't know, but it was a guy there, and he was just like messing with me a lot. I don't know. I guess it was just something to do, but he was like a funny guy, like a joker kind of dude. But we were standing in line, and you know how long like Six Flags lines are. They're like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours on a good day.
Yes.
So we're standing in line for this ride, and we're like at the front. We've been waiting for like a very long time because it was a long line. And we get closer to the front, and the guy like letting people in like to the ride and stuff comes up to me, and he's like, we're sorry, but we got a report that you cut. You're gonna have to go back to the back. And like just me. And so we were all there as a group, so they're like, okay, well, does just she have to go, or do we all have to go? And they're like, well, technically only she has to go, but if you all want to go back there with me, you can. So now they're all just standing here, and it's awkward, and we're like, what do we do? And I'm like, I didn't cut. I'm like, who said that we cut? And they're like, we can't disclose that information. We just know that you got to go to the back because you were reported for cutting. And I'm like, we've been standing here. And the people in the group are like, yeah, we've been standing here with her. We've all been here. None of us have cut, blah, blah, blah. And it's a whole big thing. And then the dude busts out laughing. And the guy who came up to us, and he's like, yeah, he told me to come and do that. He was just bored. So I said, whatever. So he like went up to the guy and was like, tell her that she got to go back to the back of the line.
Wow.
I was like, that was a little scary. Yeah, because it was just like, are we going to have to wait in this? Do we not ride on this? Like, what do we do? And we were like the next ones up to go type.
Oh,
so
my
it was
God.
like, it was like instantly just, everyone was like riled up. It was like causing almost a little bit of a scene for them to just start laughing.
Wow. I'm glad they told you that it was a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been terrible if somebody had gone off or lost their cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I guess what I've done to other people, I used to try to scare Dad a lot, but he's really hard to scare. I could never really scare him. I'd like walk around outside.
So if he were connected to one of those heart monitors, you would know that you were scaring him. He just is very good at keeping a calm face. Yeah, but his heart rate probably went up every time you did it. I guarantee you.
Well, that, and then when I would be at Jasmine's a lot, I used to scare Bear when he would come out the bathroom a lot, just because. Why not? And he would get really scared, and then guys get angry when they get scared, I guess, because he gets scared and be like, why would you do that? Not like actually angry, but like
Yeah.
You know, like you didn't have to scare me. Like, yeah. And
Now I need all the specifics because you scared me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And then you got me back a couple times, but that's really it. The worst food you've ever had?
The worst food is,
I know
I've not
mine.
had any really bad food in a long, long time.
Mine is dressing. Mine will always be dressing, stuffing,
Dressing?
whatever you want to call it. It's the only thing that like actually triggers my gag reflex. Like I can't swallow it. My body like doesn't let me.
I have not been to any bad restaurants, and I buy my own food and I buy what I like. So I really haven't had any bad.
But you
food.
never like tried something that was really gross.
Not-
I'm sure you have.
Not in the, because I've during the whole pandemic.
No, it doesn't have to be recently. Just
Ever.
Yeah. Just something bad you
Girl.
tried that was like so bad you almost wanted to spit it out.
Oh, ceviche. Ceviche. I don't know if it was a bad Mexican restaurant or if I just don't like it, period. I don't know. But it's served cold, number one, and I wasn't expecting that. So when I looked at the ingredients on the menu, it looked like things that I like.
Yeah.
And so everybody's plates came, and I, took a bite of my food, and it's cold. And I'm thinking, did they make a mistake?
Yeah.
But then when I talked to the waiter, he said, no, it's served cold. I was like, oh, I don't like this.
Yeah.
I like my dinner to be hot.
What was in it?
It was seafood. Like, I think it was with tomato sauce.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, and it
That
was
would be
cold.
weird.
Yeah, I was not happy with it.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be
Yes, ceviche, for sure.
Okay, yeah, mine's
Waiters, if you're out there and you wait at a restaurant that serves ceviche, when people, especially black people, order it, make sure you let them know that it's going to be served cold, because most people don't know that. Just my public service announcement.
Alright, let me see. If you could throw any kind of party, what would it look like /be for? It's like a themed party.
I'm hot.
Me too, it's a little hot.
It's
here.
warm in here. What should we do about that?
We could open the window.
Okay. Or bring in your fan.
That might be too loud.
Oh, yeah. Is the screen in there?
I think we're fine on those.
Make sure nothing fall out the window.
No.
Is the screen?
No.
There's no screen.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, make sure the cat don't jump up there.
I'll put the curtain up.
Okay. She'd be caught off guard by the fact that there's no screen. I wouldn't want her flying out.
I can crack the door too. That's not easy.
Okay.
Yeah, I was getting a little hot.
But she likes the sound of birds, so she's going to be drawn over there shortly.
I don't think she'll fall out.
I hope not.
I think
This
she'll
is
be
a new
fine.
experience for her. She's never been in a window without
She's
a
not
screen.
in the window. She's over there sleeping.
Okay.
All right. Oh, I guess I didn't. The party, like a themed party. If you could make like some kind of themed party, what would it be?
I've always liked the idea of an all-white party. I know it's been done many, many times,
Yeah.
but I think our skin looks so good in white that it would be a nice themed party to have.
My like 8th grade dance was white and black, just in case people didn't want to wear white, they could choose, but most people chose white.
Yeah.
I had like a dress that was white on the top and black at the bottom, I think, something like that.
Okay.
What would I do? You know what? Yesterday, actually, when I went over Paul's, this is a more recent thing. I think it's a TikTok trend a little bit, but people will like gather groups of friends and like present slideshows of just whatever you want someone to know about. You just want to get some information out there about something.
How does one present this slideshow?
You just go on PowerPoint, make a quick little PowerPoint. I guess PowerPoint's a better example, but slideshow, I don't know. But yeah, and it's usually about a lot of goofy stuff.
Pictures that they have in their phones.
That's what Paul's was actually. Paul's was like pictures and videos he's taken at parties that he doesn't remember taking.
I like that.
And then another person who was there was like everyone in the group as a food, like what they would be if they were a food.
Okay.
The one that I like the most, because this is my humor, you might not like this one, but a girl did a whole her PowerPoint on the human butt and just facts about.
That's not a big deal. Yeah.
yeah.
Naked
I liked
butts?
it. No, it was just like facts, like the human can fart for 6 minutes if they wanted to, and like
that's
something fact that I don't know if it's true or not, but I brought this up when she did this, and someone else said they heard it too. But apparently, the human butthole can stretch to fit 2 raccoons inside of it. It's a fun fact. So that's just information.
Thank you.
All right. What do people need to chill out about? So like stuff, some people are really hyped up about that's not that big of a deal.
People need to chill out about
I've got an answer if you need to know.
repeating their clothes.
Really?
Nobody cares if you wear your
I'm
clothes.
big on not repeating my clothes.
Most teenagers are, and trust me, when I was your age, I was big on it too.
But it's not necessarily because I feel like, ooh, if I repeat my clothes, oh, that's a bad thing.
The whole world is gonna notice, and they're gonna.
It's not really that. It's more so I just like clothes and outfits so much that I like to have diversity. I just think wearing the same thing again is like boring. Like I don't want to wear something twice because I just have so many clothes. I might as well wear them. I like to have different outfits every day. I just like the combinations of clothes that exist.
Okay. And you look very nice in your clothes. Yes.
Thank
So
you.
that's okay. You?
I forgot the question. I definitely, this is like probably a bit of a worn out answer, but it's because it's such a thing. Oh, I guess the cat is interested. But
How about just run downstairs and turn the air conditioner up?
she is not gonna fall out.
I just like the security of making sure.
Okay, I'm good.
I appreciate it.
You gotta keep.
Okay.
That might just be my phone.
Okay. Well, it's just me and you guys now. And so, what can I share with you? If you feel like you are interested in something specific, just type it in the chat and I will look for that. And I will, if you have any questions for me, let me know. I see we have a viewer. Hello, viewer. What would you like to know? This is your time. And hurry up because Rebecca will be back shortly and your chance will be over. Oh, I used to enjoy the Beastie Boys back in the day.
What?
And, oh, I was quite the dancer in high school.
What?
There's the point.
Okay. Anyway.
Look, we have a viewer. You see there?
There's a possibility that is my phone, because I also got my phone into the chat just to make sure we're actually live.
Yay! Are we?
I think we might be buffering a little bit. I think every time one of these pops up, we buffered. So I think we buffered like 4 times.
Oh, okay. That's not too bad.
That's not too bad. Hopefully it's not. Hopefully it's not too bad. Because the VOD always saves, and I can always edit this, like download it, edit it, and then post it onto YouTube, which is what I want to do. So hopefully enough of it is clear to be posted on YouTube.
Okay.
Well, we'll see when we're done, I guess.
Okay.
What was I? Oh, people need to chill out about. Just their opinion. I think.
Did you bring the booster in here?
No, it doesn't.
Oh, okay.
I think that.
I'm talking about the one. Oh, never mind.
I think that people need to chill out about just like cancel culture. I don't know that you know what that is, but like
Statues and
no.
oh.
Like it's like when say there's like a big celebrity, like say Beyonce 20 years ago said a racial slur, then a bunch of people will be like, oh, I'm not listening to Beyonce anymore.
Okay.
I'm done with Beyonce.
Yeah,
Let's
cut people
cancel
some
Beyonce.
slack.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, people are totally different from who they were 20 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Most people have matured, and you know, everybody makes mistakes when they're young. So yeah, I would say you're right about
like
that.
as crazy as it sounds, people act like these days people are just walking around thinking about, oh, I don't want to offend anyone. There are people who don't care about offending. Like, I mean, but people who aren't watching their words, just trying not to offend people. There are people who are gonna speak their mind, and it's not gonna make everyone happy.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a reason. Like, people will stop listening to people's music and be like, oh, like if that did happen with Beyonce, they'd be like, oh, you still listen to Beyonce? It's like people don't separate artists like and what they've created apart from that person. I think most people in Hollywood aren't the best of people, but I mean, a good song is still gonna be a good song, even if that, like, especially something as small as saying something. People get canceled a lot for like racial stuff and like being offensive, being homophobic, being blah blah blah, and it's just a really big thing. People go like looking for stuff to cancel people over, and it's just like a problem, and it's just really dumb.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What scrambles your brain every time you think about it? So something you just can't put together, I guess. Just doesn't make sense to you no matter how much you think about it.
Something that does not make sense to me. I don't know. I feel like I should have knew these questions ahead of time. I would have some really good stuff for you.
You said you didn't want to.
Something that scrambles my brain and that I can't understand is why people feel the need to control other people. Let people do them.
Yeah.
And you do you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, let it go.
Yeah.
If they're not meeting your expectations, just accept that and keep it moving.
Yeah.
Yep. And yeah, so I don't understand why people are tempted to control other people.
Yeah, that's a good one. I don't know. Mine is quite basic, but I guess if I spent enough time on it, just math. Math as a whole, I'd put it broad. Like besides your basic addition, multiplication, subtraction, I'm just not good at math. Even when I have good teachers, a good teacher means like I'll pass the class, like I'll get a B. But like even with
the B is really good.
Yeah. But even with a good teacher, it's like usually I'm used to if I put a lot of effort towards something, I usually get it. Like there's some things where I don't get it at first, but that's probably because I'm not really trying too hard to get it, or I'm not putting a lot of effort into it. So I will put a lot of effort into math and still just not get it. So I'm just not. I would say that I'm like, you know how there's dyslexic people? I'm like a number dyslexic in a way. I do enough to get by, but I really don't like math, and I'm not a fan of math, and I don't get it.
Okay.
What's something you probably should do but never will?
Something I probably should do but never will. I want to pull up the carpet in the living room and put down hardwood floors myself. But I probably won't do it. I probably will pay somebody to do it.
Yeah, which I think is a good idea.
Yeah, I just like the experience of doing my own project, but chances are high that I won't.
Okay.
Okay.
Should do, but never will. I really don't know. I don't think there's a lot of stuff I just won't do.
Clean up your room.
Sure.
I don't.
We'll go with that because that's all I can. I mean, I probably will at some point. Now soon. Here's
What
the
is
thing.
that
What is?
about?
I just am not. I just think there's so many other things I could be doing, and it just.
But what about when you're sitting around bored?
I'd rather be
Then.
sitting around bored.
Why not? What is the problem with breaking it up into small baby steps?
I do that, but then when I do that, first of all, you don't notice it because it's small breakups, so you don't.
But
like,
over time,
real-
if you're consistent with it, I won't
That's
be
the
able to help
problem.
but to notice.
That's the over time consistency. If I don't get it all in one big chunk or like a good amount in one big chunk, I don't. If I don't even already like to clean at all, period, I don't see myself dragging it out amongst days. I do like big amounts sporadically, and then it just
That's an issue.
It's not an
That's an
issue.
issue.
It's an issue because you think it's an issue, but it's not hurting anyone. What is
It's hurting the
What
environment.
is with this having control over people? People need to chill out about that.
Let's move on, please. Let's move on.
Do you like or dislike surprises?
I like surprises.
Yeah, I like surprises too. I like to be surprised.
But I like the person doing the surprising to be very good because I also like trying to figure out my surprise.
I don't. I like to not know anything.
I
in
like-
completely in the blue.
Attempting to know what the surprise is, and I try as hard as I can. And if I find out the surprise, I'm happy then. But then it ruins the
that's why I
surprise
don't
overall.
do it. Yeah.
So
'Cause
I
I am
need
good
the
at
person
figuring it out.
surprising me to be very surprised, to be able to handle both aspects.
Mm-hmm.
Me trying and me not finding out.
Yeah. All right. Yep. Yeah, I like surprises. I like to be surprised. I don't like to even guess. I think I used to like to try and guess and figure out, but I'm just good at it, and I would just end up ruining it for myself. So I just stop. I'm gonna just let myself be surprised. I don't need to know anything.
Okay.
And that's
Now,
it.
how do we see who's viewing us?
We can only see that we've got one viewer unless they like say something in chat, I think.
Oh, if
Now-
they say something in the chat, we can see more of them?
Yeah, we could see like their usernames and stuff in chat, but we can't like see I don't think we could see the usernames and stuff of our
Okay.
viewers.
Can we get someone to type hello in the chat for us?
I think we only have the one viewer. That's my phone.
Well, don't say. That's actually 101 viewers. We're very popular right now.
People can see how many viewers are on a stream. It says it under us. Did you think it was only
Okay. We'd like it to be 101, so please. Tell all your friends.
Who was your favorite teacher in school and why? You could say like T, like Mr. and Mrs. T or
Aww.
something.
My favorite teacher in school was Mr. Fowler. My 6th grade teacher was named Mr. Fowler. And he was my favorite because he used to call me superstar.
Yeah, okay. What about the Spanish teacher that was at Kai's birth?
Miss Powers, you know I love you. You were very close second. Oh, that sounds terrible. No, I have to switch that. Miss Powers, you were my favorite. You were my favorite. I can't do that because, yes, you were very involved with me. Yes, for many, many years. Babysat my kids. Yes, so you definitely were my favorite. my apologies.
My favorite teacher was Miss Carwile. She was my English teacher. And she just, actually, I'd say I've got like a 3-teacher tie, but for the most part, I'd say Miss Carwile, because she would do this thing where, first of all, our classes were never like, here's your assignment, here's a piece of paper, here's a pencil, do your work. She was very like talking with the class, almost like college course. All my favorite teachers taught like college kind of more interactive, talk to you, tell stories. She like told us the story of how her and her husband started dating and like all
what
this
grade
stuff.
Were you?
I had her sophomore. I think I just had her sophomore year. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think I was supposed to have her junior year. I signed up for a class because I knew she was the teacher for it. But then she ended up transferring to Georgia and like didn't tell anyone. So she was like, everyone who signed up for the class, you still got to take it, because she knew people were signing up for the class just to have her for a teacher. But yeah, she was a really good teacher. She just and she was really fair. I remember at the beginning of the year we had like vocab test, and like the whole class did really bad on it, and she was like, you know, she just didn't put it in because she's like, if the whole class did this bad on it, this must be like something on me, so I'm just not gonna put it in. And she did like let that go for everyone. I think a lot of teachers would have still put that in and made everyone's grade go down, knowing that no one did good on it.
Okay.
Or like would have curved it to make like the highest one. And she said she was gonna do that at first, but then she was like, still so many people, their grades would have went down, so she just didn't do that. And I appreciate that. I think like thinking about, a lot of teachers don't think about students outside of like students, like they're just here to learn and I'm here to get paid.
Okay.
I could tell she actually liked her job.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
And I guess the other two, I'll do the honorable mentions.
Oh, okay. Okay.
My ACP Gov teacher, Mr. Gastineau, he had funny lectures, like told a funny story like every day, had me really interested. And then my theater teacher, Mr. Matthias, he was just a good theater teacher.
Okay.
He taught theater really well.
Okay. I think he was one of your sister's favorites as well.
Yeah. I guess I'll do this one. This is the last question I have. I don't think it's the best question. I guess I didn't think we'd even get down to the bottom of the list, but I'll go ahead and do it. If you could choose anyone, who would you choose as your mentor?
Jesus. Jesus is the perfect mentor.
Okay.
It's true. But if you're talking about somebody current.
That we can pinpoint exists.
Okay, yes. Okay. A good mentor, I think, number one, if I could, I would love for Michelle Obama to be my mentor. And then if she were not available, I'd reach out to Oprah Winfrey or her best friend, Gail.
I really can't think of anything. The only thing that comes to my mind is one person, but I know that's only because I've listened to their album recently and it's a good album. But I don't think
Beyonce is good too.
That was not Beyonce. You have no idea who the person. In my mind, I'm thinking Doja Cat, but that's just because her album just came out and it's good.
Okay.
But I don't think I want to be mentored by her. Some kind of musician. I don't know. Maybe Billie Eilish. She's cool.
Oh, you think you want to go into the entertainment industry?
No, I definitely. Well, not the music industry, because the music industry is just the whole thing. But I mean, I guess this is entertainment, so sure, yeah. But yeah, I would just say, yeah, she's done a lot for her age. She's 19 and she's like very rich.
Okay, make your best funny face.
Oh.
I just did it.
I never understand what, like, funny face. When people say, like, take a funny face picture, I don't know.
It's about not taking yourself too seriously. You can have imperfect moments.
And I can do that without forcing a funny face. I think that's just, for me, it's just uncomfortable. It's like out of...
Okay.
Just, yeah. But, yeah. Anything, I can do something else.
That's all I got. Next time we'll bring props.
Props.
Maybe some bubble gum and who can blow the biggest bubble or something. I don't know.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's all I got. That's all the questions I got, unless...
All right. You folks out there have anything for us? Type it down in the chat.
Well...
Or up in the chat. I don't
to
know.
the side,
To the side. I don't know.
Type it in chat, or if you were not here for the stream, I plan on putting this on YouTube. You can put it down in the comments. I'll probably check those in the comment section of the YouTube video. So, any topics, comments?
Next time you might get a chance to see me dance. I breaks it down. Okay.
Okay. But yeah, any questions, topics, anything like that? Yep. All right. We will stream again at another point.
Adios.
What? I didn't hear what you said.
Adios.
Oh, okay. I just didn't. I heard IDMs, and I was like, it's IDMs. Okay.
Okay, and in French you would say